Hi, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with you today. My name is Beth English, and I'm with my good friend Sergio Gomez. And today we're going to talk about 4 ways making art changed my life. I know, Sergio, art means so much to the people watching our videos every week. And I just want to help encourage everyone to just reflect back and remember why we're doing all of this in the first place. Because as we approach this new year and we start thinking about our goals, especially a lot of your students right now, I'm sure, are thinking about their goals, how to, improve their art business. It's important to think back on why we're doing this in the first place. And for me, art is so extremely personal and such a big part of who I am. And I just kind of wanted to revisit the things that changed in my life to maybe help encourage or inspire people watching to think about what art means to them. So what do you think about our topic today?
I think that's a great one, Beth. I love it because I think if we don't have a strong why, then we're not really excited about the future, about the things that we are doing, right? I like to think that whenever I have a new goal, I gotta put a why behind it. So yeah, kind of going back to the basics
Right.
of our art. Why do we make this thing, right? Why are we in this pursuit? Why are we doing these videos? If this wasn't worth our time. So yeah, I think the why of our creative endeavors, I think, is super important, and I cannot wait to see what you have to share with us. So,
Well, number one, art gave me a safe place to create. Many
mm,
of you may know or may not know that I'm a survivor of childhood trauma. And so making art has been a place for me to come and express myself wholly and without, inhibition, and just to let whatever is in me flow out of me, to release things from the past, to just use art making as a process to just let energy flow to me and through me and hopefully heal me in the process. And recently I asked my group, the National Creative Group, how many of you use art for healing? And oh my gosh, in less than a day I had hundreds of comments, and I
wow.
just couldn't believe how many people use art for healing. I know many of you watching do this too, because
Hmm.
we've talked about it on Instagram before.
Hmm.
But this is such an important thing, I think, for people this year, that we give ourselves a safe space to create, to let what's in us come out of us in a way that feels true to who we are. And this is just such an important part of the healing process. And so that's my number one first big change. And so, Sergio, I know you approach your art in a similar way.
Yeah.
So what does that sort of mean to you?
Yeah, no, I love that because healing can have various aspects, right? And like in
Mm-hmm.
my case, for example, the reason, why when I really took my art seriously is coincides with me coming to the United States when I was 16 years old, and really using art as a way to kind of find myself as an individual, right? Under this new context, new culture, new language, which I didn't know. So the kind of like the thing that I knew what to do, it was art. So I started making art. I mean, I was doing art in Mexico, but it was really when I came here that I in high school, I'm like, "Gee, I really need to, this really feels me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
allows me to deal with the world around me. So yeah, totally. In that case, for me, the healing process of moving, of transferring, or becoming somebody else,
Mm,
and adapting to that, to me, art kind of went hand in hand with that pursuit. And then over time, my art, I believe, is a reflection of who I am. So whenever I have things that I'm thinking about, things that are bothering me, things that I want to also reflect on or respond to, I use art, right? Because art is kind of
mm,
like that language that can go across multi generations and multi cultures to communicate. So
mm.
definitely, that is at the heart of what moves me also to make it.
I love that you just shared that, because that brings me to my next point, is that it gave me a sense of purpose. And it sounds like
Ah,
it gave you
very good.
the exact same thing. I think when
Hmm.
we start creating and we start seeing what's coming out of us, it's like,
Hmm.
wow, there's
Right.
something to this, right? There's a piece of me that's not inside of me. It's actually in front of my eyes, and I can share it with other people. And I think that sense of purpose is so important to each of us, that we have that, because it carries us through some of the hardest of times. When we hold on to our vision and we hold on to what it is
Hmm.
that we think that we came here to do and to share with one another, that sense of purpose kind of grounds us in doing all the little hard things that we have to do when it comes to, staying with the work and keeping on creating. And
Hmm.
we have this newfound like energy that kind of leads us through to the next step. So
Right.
your story is a just perfect example of how creating art can give you that gift of purpose in the first place.
Yeah, and thank you. And then it evolves, over time has evolved, and that purpose has shifted and changed. While at the beginning was kind of a search for my own identity, then over time it also became something else. Like right now, when somebody asks me, what my artwork's about, I always say, well, my artwork right now is about the cycles of life. So the work and what I do in the studio has now have come a new purpose, which is this search for understanding life cycles of who we are from the moment we are born to the moment we are gone, right? And that's kind of like my current pursuit. So I love how our purpose changes as we change, as we evolve as individuals, as we mature as people, and or as we find new ideas. A lot of times, as an artist, because we are very open to exploration. We find something that all of a sudden opens our eyes to many possibilities, and now we find new purposes on that. So I love how purpose kind of goes along with our art making, because it is really what fuel is the fuel that we need to create.
Definitely. And it brings me to my third point. It gave me a deeper sense of connection. And not only with myself, but with people around me. I was able to talk about things that I only felt inside my heart, but they were on a painting. And so I was able to explain that and share that with someone else. And then we could actually have a conversation about how they may have been feeling the same thing. I can't tell you how many art shows I've been to of my own that I, shared a story about a painting with someone there. And we both ended up in tears, just kind of connecting heart to heart, feeling like we know exactly where we're coming from. And all we had to do is look at a painting and talk about it. And that's why I love art so much, because it has that ability to create those deeper connections, not only with ourselves, but with the people around us. I think if we're, deeply connecting with ourselves, inevitably we're going to be, connecting more deeper with others around us too. So art is so powerful in that way.
I love that. One of my favorite things to do when I'm curating a show, when I'm in the galleries, when somebody comes to the space, to the gallery, and stands in front of a painting or drawing or photograph, whatever it is, and if that person stays there for more than a minute or so, I like to approach that person, and I always like to to ask them, so what did they see? Because that's exactly what that is that connection that person came in terms with enough that they decided to stay in front of it for that long period of time. Because in today's world, people are used to going like this and to look at things fast and move on. But when somebody stops at a work of art and starts staring at it, it's because something is going on in here. There's a conversation happening, and I love to to hear those stories and to hear those conversations. So yeah, because is that conversation that happens where the artist began the conversation in the studio, but then the conversation then continued when the art meets the world, and then the world responds to it. And I love that. I think art has that power.
It does. This is such a beautiful conversation. I'm just loving it so much.
It's
Um,
great.
It's so great. And that just brings me to my last point, the fourth way that art making has changed my life. And it has helped me find my voice. As someone who grew up in a lot of shame, I didn't really have a voice. But art making was this quiet thing that I did alone. And then I slowly, took it out of the studio and into the public. And then from there, I was able to become a leader and become a speaker and share stories about my art and share stories about my community and the impact that art has on the world around us, and how being a creator is such a beautiful thing that I think the human experience offers us. And so, I just really want to inspire and encourage everyone out there watching today to be a creator of some sort, like make something, follow whatever your intuitive voice is telling you to create. If you have a vision, go out and do it. Like, our world today needs people out there sharing from their hearts and working with their hands and connecting with others, having these deeper connections is such an important process to how we all feel like we belong with one another on this earth, period. And making art is just one way that we can do that. And over the years, I've learned so many other things about how to self-heal, besides making art. And I'm so excited to be able to launch my new program that teaches people how to self-heal, transform their fear into joy, just feel that joy every single day. And, because I definitely went through that process of, not not being happy and being in trauma and being in depression, and art making and self-healing totally transformed my life. And now, I mean, gosh, I'm not even the same person at all. I
Right.
feel like I've just become like this brand new light, and I'm out there just wanting to share that with as many people as I possibly can. So if you guys want to check out what it is that I'm doing, I have a private training that I'm hosting this Friday, January 15th. And you can go to my bio and find the link, and check that out. I would love to see you at my private training, where I'm going to talk about my framework for how I self-heal. And I think you're really going to enjoy it, especially if you love using art to heal. There's just going to be so much great information in there that I know that it's going to help you in your life, in your art practice, and you won't regret it. So make sure you go to my bio and check out the link. And I hope to see you on Friday. So
Yeah, and I have to say, yeah, Beth, because we've been talking about this new program that you're putting together and all the love and work that you put behind it. And when I think about, transforming our life into a joyful one and using art as a transformational tool, your name always comes to mind, because that's who I picture that you are. You're not creating something that's alien to you, that's foreign to you, or that's fashionable or hot or topic, but it's something that's personal to you, that is passionate, is you're living it, you are in it, you are a big proponent of those ideas. And I think this project of yours is going to be amazing, and the course I think is going to be super cool. And I think at the end of the day is the joyful people that will come out on the other side, right? And I
oh
think
yeah.
when you're able to change one, two, three, four, right, then on the long run, many people, and then in their own way, transform others as a result. But it all
Mhm.
points back to those conversations that you created. I think it's an amazing thing. So
Thank you.
congratulations on that. That makes me super excited. And our friends have to definitely check that out, and be there or be squared, because it's going to be awesome.
Thank you so much. I feel like this has been a calling on my life for a very long time. Now, I didn't always know exactly how it would look, but I just kept following the next step and
Right.
following the next step. And after all of these years, here I am, ready to do this work, totally prepared, probably over prepared if I know myself, and ready to just create those moments that I
Hmm.
cherish so much. And that's watch people transform and watch them live a life full of joy. I
Right.
can't tell you how many clients I see online sharing their experiences. And it
Hmm.
just like, that is all I really want to do, is feel that all the
Yeah.
time, because it has been the most meaningful thing to me in my life, is working with people on experiencing more joy. And I can't believe it's here, but here we are. So
Awesome. Welcome 2021, right?
here we are. It feels good. So
Super.
thanks you guys for watching today. Sergio, where can our friends find you online?
So you want to check out what I'm doing? You can find me on Instagram and all the socials at Sergio Gomez Art, and on my website at sergiogomezonline.com.
And you guys, make sure you go to my bio, check out my link, and check out my program that I'm doing on Friday. I think you're really going to love it. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Beth English, and my website at bethenglish.com.
Awesome. Super, super.
Well, thanks, you guys, and we'll see you on next Wednesday with another great topic. And until then, just keep commenting, keep sharing. We love to hear from you online, and we can't wait to create more videos for you. So have a great week.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Ben.
Bye.